independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in Canada. Welcome to my live. Today is exciting. So the last chance items in the store were replenished or released. When were they released now? I think last week, towards the end of last week. I can't remember. Anyways, huge release. Lots of discounted items, really good deals if you have a running list and those items are on your list. Make sure to check it out because there's some really good deals to be had. There's 50% plus off some of the stuff, and then some of it's 10%, it's all over the place. So you just have to go on there and look, and if you have certain things that you have on your list, you can just look up your items in the search and then you'll see if they're on sale. So today I'm going to do 3 cards using a bunch of the last chance items so you get kind of an idea of what's for sale and the discounts that are there. Something exciting. My boxes for my pre-order came this morning. I wasn't expecting it to come as early as it did, and it did. So I pulled it out. I haven't opened anything. I haven't looked at anything. So hopefully it's all there. I had to limit myself. I actually expedited my order so that it would get here on time to do the things I wanted to do. Anyways, I will go through that once. I'm going to do my 3 cards, and then hopefully if there's time, I will do just a quick unboxing for you. If I forget, please remind me. Sometimes by the end, I'm like, whoop, and then it's out of mind. Anyways, so that is fun. I can't show you the inside of the catalog, but I can show you the products that I have. So you won't see everything. If you are interested in getting your hands on products early, there's always the starter kit. So if you have a larger order in mind, or you just want to get your hands on these Christmas fall things early, you can put them in your starter kit, which is the $135, and you get to choose $165 worth of product. And then after that, you can shop with a discount. There was something else that's just on the edge of my brain that I wanted to say, and now I have forgotten. Okay, well, if it comes back into my head, I will get back to it. If you're watching live, please say hi. I'd love to hear from you. If you're watching the replay, say hi. If you have comments, comment. I do check afterwards. I told myself I was going to move my iPad to the other side, so I wasn't doing this. And as soon as I turn the camera over, it's fine. But yeah, let me know that you're watching, where you're watching from. If you're new, welcome. All right, let's get turned around and the awkward turnaround here with my hand in the way. I haven't figured out how to gracefully do that. Obviously, no grace. Okay, there we go. All right, so, I just realized I hadn't decided which card to do first. Which? We'll start with this one. I didn't decide which one was my wow card. Okay, so the first things that are in the last chance are some of these. So there's the Grow with Love. Now, if you look at the bundle, it is still regular price. It's when you split them apart that they are discounted. So like the Grow with Love stamp set is $28.80 instead of $36, and the Grow with Love dies, which I absolutely love. If you are a scrapbooker or just like to put envelopes or like little packages kind of thing. This is a kind of seed size. It was meant to, like, if you want to put seeds in and gift them or something. That's kind of what this from the garden of, but it's really fun to make other things. So the dies are $30.60 instead of $51. So really good savings there. So we're going to use these, and we're also going to use the Pattern of Friendship, which goes with another stamp, but again, it's always separated. So you know how if you bundle it, you get the 10% off? That's still the case, but you get more off if you buy them separately. And I mean, some of the things have sold, like there was some really, really good deals last week, and I just noticed like the stamp set is sold out, so now it's just the dies that are left, or the dies are sold out and it's just the stamp set that's left. So make sure they're both there before you buy them if you want them both. So this one, the Patterns of Friendship die, is $34.30 instead of $49. So good deal. And then I'm using this white ribbon, which I forgot to take out the other one. It comes as a 2-pack with white and petal pink, and they have this, I don't know if you can, where's my camera? I don't know if you can see it's kind of got like a diagonal line pattern through it. It is on sale for $6.87 for both rolls of ribbon instead of $13.75. So lots of deals. And we're going to make a card out of all that. Surprise, surprise. So, oh my, I forgot to put out a piece of white. Hang on. I did a lot of, hang on. Can't talk. And okay, I did a lot of die cutting and prepping, but then I forgot the stuff to show you what we're doing. So I've got the stamp for, now you can use this on that envelope, or you can just use it as a tag, or you can use it on a card like I'm using. I pulled out the mint leaf. There's mint, there's thyme, rosemary, and basil, and there's dies to cut out all of those, or you can fussy cut, whatever you prefer. And then I'm missing my stamp pads. My goodness, I cleaned up, and then I was working on a different project, and I must have put everything away because I tried to clean up again. I'm trying to well, I want to do a craft room tour, so I was trying to clean up, but my room was just blowing up and I had to clean. So that was kind of where that all started. You know how many, I don't know, I can't work in a mess, and I was trying to keep out my newer stuff out so I would see it, because otherwise if I put it with everything else, then it's not that I don't know it's there. Especially when it's new, I might not think about it as much. So it stamps really pretty, kind of definition, different, distinctive, I guess, would be the word you would use. All right, so I've got my mint. I did that with Pool Party, even though, I mean, that's more blue. Mint is kind of bluey green, so I thought I could get away with it. All my cards today are the same color theme. I went with Pool Party and Berry Burst, which is what I stamped this one in. And then I'll stamp this last one as well. And then I will show you what I did, and then we'll have some magic of television going on. Okay, so we've got everything stamped here. So then if we take our dies, the die, like I said, there's one for each of the It doesn't cut out the words though, so I lose the mint, which is okay because I don't need that. And then you can cut out the tag piece. And even for the sentiment, there's this cute, and they look like, to me, it looks like Scotch tape. Like where you've got the jagged edges or whatever. I think it's cute. Anyways, so they're meant to fit the sentiments. And then through the magic of television, we have our pieces die cut here. So here's the little piece of tape. Now on my original card that I designed, I blender brushed these with Berry Burst, so they weren't so white, but I wanted to try it with the white just to see the difference. So, and then I've already pre-run this through this is the Patterns of Friendship, which isn't really a die per se, other than the fact that it punches the design into your cardstock. So I've pre-done that as well. And then I've got a piece of thick white for my card base. And those, I usually pre-score it, but we're being lazy here. And as usual, there's two ways to think about this. If you put too much glue on here, it's gonna come through the holes because there are holes in this. So if you're heavy-handed on your glue, I would suggest using your seal. Those of you who know, when there's lots of texture, I do like to use glue, but I'm going to go right on top of the bumpies here, and hopefully it will be enough to hold it down. Now you could also pop it up with dimensionals if you wanted it popped up. So we'll go with that. All right, and then I'm going to put this, well, let me just see if I like it with the white or if I want. I don't remember what made me decide to, maybe it was that. It was the white on white that was too much white. Okay, we will add some Berry Burst to this. And I'm going to start in the middle so that if it is too dark or has, you know, the splotchy line, which it shouldn't, having rubbed it on the glass, but you never know. And so to me, that's the safe way to not have to do this again, because it'll be hidden behind the mint. And then you can go as light or as dark as you wish. Okay. So I didn't want, you know, like I've already got the full strength Pool Party, and I didn't really want, hang on, let me grab a baby wipe. I didn't want the full darkness of the Berry Burst because it is quite dark, as you can see from the stamp, but it's still nice to have a little bit more color. Okay, ooh, that's still wet. I didn't do very good on that. All right, oh, why is it so wet? My wet white must be wet, and oh, maybe it just feels like it. Anyways, okay, then I'm gonna glue this one down. You could use the Stampin' Seal, whichever is your go-to. I used to hate using glue. I would get it on my fingers and it would just drive me nuts. And I think it was when I was making some albums, like paper albums, not scrapbook albums like in page protectors, but just like full on interactive paper albums where you use a ton, you're gluing everything and tearing tape and whatever. I think I did enough of that I ended up getting used to it and enjoyed it, and I haven't gone back. So in order to position this before I'm going to pop them up on dimensionals, but I want to stick them together first. I guess the one stem is going to end up hidden, so we'll have, and then we'll put the dimensionals on. It is a gloomy, rainy day here today, which is perfect for crafting. Not great for summer, but you know, it has been a rainy summer for us, but I like that we haven't had the fires that we. Now on my original card, I did some berry burst on here, and I'm thinking, what do you guys think? Is this is too white to me, like though, but it pops. Maybe I'll leave this one white, and then you can let me know which one you prefer. So what are we doing here? So I usually I'll put some snail here where it's going onto the already popped up part. And then take our ribbon. Oh, I wanted to do this differently also. I wanted to try wrapping this ribbon instead of a bow, because I find bows are bulky and I don't use ribbon a lot, which is hilarious because I love ribbon. If you saw my stash of ribbon, I am a bit of a ribbon hoarder, but I do like to use it on like albums and for tags and stuff. I don't use it a lot on cards. Sorry, I'm just trying to see if I can get this. There we go. Okay, that's the kind of look I want. And then we need our, so I just realized I missed the boat. I thought I had read something, but I couldn't. I was trying to buy a new pair of paper snips because I wanted designated paper snips for my ribbon, and apparently Stampin' Up, the company that they purchased or did their snips from, closed or stopped making them. I can't remember what the deal was. So anyways, we don't have any paper snips for sale anymore. They're trying to source some new ones, similar, but they won't be the same. So I guess I have two pairs, but neither of them were ones that I designated for ribbon, so they're too dull when I cut. But it's nice to not have to pull out. These were from Stampin' Up! Many, many years ago. So I still have those that I designated, but they're big. Can't bring them with me places. Ooh, the whole thing just slipped off. I didn't attach it down. Anyways, you get the idea that I'm trying to go for here. Just don't forget to do it before you put it down, and then it's a lot easier. All right, so here's the one Oh, and see, it's coming out. So I had put some glue dots here for my ribbon to stay down there. So that's, see, I think I went a little too light on this, and maybe it's too blotchy in my, maybe that's what I'm not liking about it. You can let me know what you think. Do you think I should have colored the sentiment, or does it look better on the white? All right, that's card number 1 with all the great deals. Next is let's do this one next. I made a baby card, and my son's friend is having their first baby, and it kind of just inspired me to make a baby card because I realized I don't have I'm kind of lacking in the baby cards and anniversary cards, and I have birthdays, thank yous, general, but I think I need some baby cards. Anyways, this is a very cute set. I'm sad to see it go. I'm sad to see these go. So at first, I wasn't going to get these circles because I'm like, I have circles. Why do I need uneven circles? But they're really fun. Like with the Otter Suite, that is on sale. The Designer Series paper is on sale, so you can cut out the otters and you can use these as bubbles the way I'm good. If you make templates using this, you can blend your colors in there and make some nice bubble looking looks. You can make rocks, you can make all sorts of things with them, or just use them as circles, just wonky circles. And then this is the suite. This gets cut out with this, and of course you can use whatever else. So again, if you split it apart, the stamp set is $14.50 instead of $29, so basically 50% off. And the dies are $23.50 instead of $47, so they're both 50% off. So good deal right now. And so I pre-cut this. I keep this in my, I haven't washed it, but this is the Yupo paper. So it's kind of plasticky and you can reuse it. So if I know that I'm probably going to use something as a template fairly often, I'll do it onto Yupo paper. Otherwise, you can just use your cutouts from paper and do the same thing. You don't need any kind of permanent stencils, but that's kind of how I roll. All right. So I've got, again, a piece. Oh, I forgot my piece of blue. Oh well. So I've already pre-stamped and cut out my, oh my goodness, I just realized I don't have that. I am like so missing pieces and parts. Okay, let me show you. What did I do? Hold, please. Goodness, I'm losing my mind. Okay, let me grab that, and let me grab the blue piece that I'm missing. Wow. Here I thought I was so organized and ready. Apparently not. The brain is not functioning on all cylinders. Okay, that's a very small edge, but it'll work. All right, so for the congrats, it simply is it stamps the background, which is kind of cool. I like it when we have sentiments that do that. So you stamp it down. I like to hold, especially when it's solid like this, if you let it sit and soak in, you have a better chance of it being nice and solid. So as this dries, it'll lighten and it'll kind of smooth out. So then it cuts out, where did my dies go here? I think it might be this one. And then I just cut it out. So magic of television, look at that. I cut out my congrats. All right, so I've got that one. Then I want to put some more dots on here. I'm gonna start with my blue, but now I don't know, I could tape this down or you can use a grip mat. Oh, I think I put my grip mat away. Let me grab some tape. Let me grab here. Ay. I'm telling you, cleaning up isn't always a good thing. I had this out. I was making a big project last night, so I really needed everything out of the way. So I guess I put it away. Okay. I think we're gonna have it hanging off. And then this isn't, you could tape this down, but I find if it's even just being held by a couple corners, it is good enough and works well. So then I've got my Pool Party and my blending brush. And just come in. Brush that all in. You guys are being quiet today. Hopefully my comments, oh, there you are. Hi, Linda. I'm like, there's no comments. Sometimes I wonder if the comments just aren't scrolling, but they're just hiding. All right. So that is my first. Now, before I pull this up, I'm going to take, if I can find it. Where's my other stone? Is this the right one? Oh, I guess this is the right one. Never mind. Okay, I'm going to take that and I'm going to put it there so it as a mask so that when I go to do my other one, so I'm hoping it's going to stick to that little bit of mat there. Move that one out of the way. And then when I go to put this one on, then it masks that and won't take away my blue. Now, if you can use the masking paper, you can use a piece of paper that you, or a sticky note, if you want to cut out a sticky note, that works well. Now, I definitely want to. And if you're really wild with your brush, like I think I just did, you might want to cover that with a sticky note so that you don't get it all over your card. So you want to keep it white, so you can kind of cover that up. You could also, it's kind of holding now with the sticky note there. I'm just kind of holding that masked circle there. I keep trying to pick up this ink, but that's just stain. It's just like the grip mats are just a big photopolymer piece basically. So it does stain just like the photopolymer stamps. But it's not the end of the world. It just, my mat is mostly clear still, so I always see that and think that it's colored to pick up. All right. So then, you know, I love those ta-da moments when you pick it all up There you go, ta-da! So I have a bit of berry burst there. Now, you can barely see it. I'd probably leave it, but if it really bothers you, you can just take a sanding block. Oh, this sanding block still has some colored paper on it, and just sand it away. Now, this is an old sanding block from Stampin' Up, but they are, I think you can get these exact same ones. Just a paper sanding block. I believe Amazon has them. I think I have seen. So I am done with, if you bend the grip mat away, then your paper doesn't bend. If you pull your paper off, it tends to curl. So that's just kind of a thing that I've learned over time. If you're using a grip mat, then I'm going to, as much as this is popped up per se, oh, look at that, I did it there too, but I could cut that off. I'm going to use glue. I'm not going to pop it up because I'm going to pop up the other stuff that I have going on, which I just realized I need a bit more. I think I can use, okay. Maybe I should move it over in case I cut that edge off. Okay, so let's clean that up a little bit here. We'll just, so we cut our circle a little bit, but that's okay. And then my oopsies is gone. So now we're down to 5, so I should probably down to, okay. Then that's better. Okay. And then we want to make some baby bottles. So I just stamped them in, oh, I just saw you liked both cards. So you commented quite a while ago and I totally missed it. Sorry about that. Okay, I'm gonna have 3 bottles. And then I just want it to, there's quite a bit of ink. It's a juicy ink pad. And I don't want to smear it when I color it with my blends. Let me just give it a quick hit here. Aren't they cute? It's just a cute little stamp set. And at all of, what did I say, $14? It's a pretty good deal to be had. So this is Daffodil Delight. This is like back in the day when they were yellowy, yellow rubber. Now they're all clear silicone, but you know, we'll go old school. I'm not dating myself at all. And then I've got, I'll just color give them a little bit of color here. And then we get to fussy cut. And of course, there was no magic of television because I didn't pre-cut these. Of all the things not to prep. Oh my goodness. I think I need sleep. It's been a rough couple weeks. My pupper has been in and out of the vet and I thought we were fine. because she had a bladder infection. She had her antibiotics, didn't get sick, seemed better, and then I got the call that it was the wrong antibiotic for the bacteria that she had. So now we're on a different one, and that one, I don't know. She seems worse than before. No magic. I know I had all these magic of televisions, which weren't really, I mean, yeah, I didn't have to pull my die cutting machine out, but I forgot the magic of television for the fussy cutting. Oh my goodness. Okay. Forgetting everything. Two. I know. She did get to go for a walk in this rain, and then my son was kind enough to give her a bath because I wanted to groom her again before she goes to the lake, if we go to the lake, because now she has to get tested again 2 to 3 days after finishing her antibiotics. I'm like, oh, we came back early last time so that we could figure out what was going on, and then now we're gonna have to come back. Anyways, that's neither here nor there. All right, so then I'm gonna pop up the bottles because nothing else. You could do a completely, sometimes I like doing the, when you use, just kind of template things and blender brush. I kind of like the look of simple, straight on, not a bunch of stuff sticking up. So you could do it either way, but oh, these are all coming up from the, when they're cut, and you end up getting both ends of the, so then instead of having a sticky side, they're both got paper on them. That's not so much fun. Okay, what do I've got here? Oops. I didn't realize I pulled the purple one off first. So then I can go like that. And stick that guy up there. And that one there. All right. And then we have a very simple card. I did add, where'd my bling go? Oh, here it is. I added some bling, which I don't know if I have any little pieces left. I don't have any littles of the white. Maybe I could use, I do have more of this. So if you recognize this, this was one of the products that was available during Celebration, and then it went for, it was, I think it was in the online exclusives where you could get it, and then now it is in the last chance items, and it is $7.50 instead of, or $7.10 instead of $11. So they are, I love pinks and purples, so I feel like that's too much. They're too big. You can't have all big. I don't know how I used up all the little ones. What if we use, see, I only have big ones of that one left too. What if we use these pink ones? Will it look funny? That's not bad, hey? That one doesn't. It don't know why I don't like that on the blue, but I don't mind that one. Funny. Okay, how about like that? There. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Uneven number. I was trying to figure out what your comment BRB. It's like, oh yeah, be right back. I am not good at acronyms. It's just not a natural part of my communication. The kids do that texting all the time. And when they first started doing it, oh my God. At first I'd be like, I'd put a question mark, and now I just search it up. I don't bother asking, because then they make fun of me. There, okay. And that's, so here's the one with all white. Actually, I don't mind it with the, I think I actually like it with the purple on there instead of all white. What do you guys think? I think it works. All right, that's card number 2. Then our last but not least, and I don't know if you guys have been here from the beginning, but I'm going to try not to forget. I got my pre-order this morning, so I will show you some of the new yummy stuff that's going to be available here in September. All right, so our next card is going to be using the Arched Wishes. Now this one isn't the one that went with the Arched Wishes, and now that I think about it, I didn't see the actual arch dies, but the suite was in the last chance. I don't think the arch dies are retiring. I don't think they're part of the last chance, but I forgot to look it up. Anyways, this stamp set is $30.60 instead of $34. And then these fancy borders, it's part of a set, which the stamp set is on sale as well, but I didn't use it. The dies, however, are, I believe, a good deal. They are $32.90 instead of $47. These are always fun to use for, I like to use them on the envelope lids to make a fancy lid. They are, and I actually realized that this one and this one, I don't know if they're meant to go together, but they go together really well, which you will see. Then the Pattern and Friendship. This is the stamp set that goes with the die, the stripe die that I used in the first card. So this one is also in the last chance, and it is $22.50 instead of $25, so not a huge discount. And then, like I said, the Everyday Arches, I believe, are regular. I don't think they are on the last chance. Don't quote me on that. You might want to check if they are on your list and make sure that you get your hands on them if they are. But I've used that as well. Okay, so we are going to do some magic of television here. And we're going to pretend, so I pre-cut, show you, I believe, so I used these two. So not, there's one in between because I wanted like an actual frame, and I taped it down because I wanted it to be even. And so when it cuts out, you lose the dots of the, like the dots are on the inside piece, so you have an extra piece to use at another time. So then I have my frame that was on basic white, and then I die cut another piece like the same big one, and I don't know if you can see it in the camera, but it's pre-embossed. It's the diamond shape. It's called what's it called? Irresistible Designs Specialty Paper. I think it's in the, I want to say online exclusives, but it might be in the annual catalog. I can't remember. So then in order to make that design pop, I'm going to take my Pool Party again you like the purple on there. Yeah, I think the purple, I tried the purple at first, and maybe I went all purple. Maybe the mix of white and purple is what it needed. I don't know. Something works. So now you can kind of see the design coming out. Now this card, you could totally make a shaker card easily with the design that I'm using. Now I'm not doing this whole thing, I'm just kind of making a shadow behind. I did not make it as a shaker card. I kind of thought about it after the fact. But I kind of like it. I like the simpler. I'm not crazy about the whole shaker thing, but you for sure could, because I did end up, I popped this up using the foamies. Now, should I do that again or should I do it flat? I think I will do it again. So I took the strips, foam adhesive strips that are great for making shaker cards with. So if you were going to make this into a shaker card, you would want to cut out a third piece of this size of the window sheet, and you would glue it down to this and then put your foam strips on. But because I am not putting the window on, I'm just going to put my foam straight on without worrying about that. Wait, where's the paper part? Okay. You could use, it doesn't need to go all the way around since it's not a shaker. So you could just use the mini dimensionals and just put them along the way. But, and you could, if you don't like it kind of buckling and bending, you could use, you could cut it as you go, but I am being lazy. It's the laziness of television, the speed version for television. All right, and then I'm just gonna glue that down. Oh, I almost made, don't glue that down yet, because you have to stamp first. All right, I'm gonna use the, where did it go? The Arched Wishes, and I have put it into my Misty. Oops, and it's stuck because I left it there. I do have a grip mat in here. Now, it's not great to have the grip mat in here plus the foamy, because it hits harder here than here. But I'm just using the Versamark, and I just realized that I can't remember where I had this when I lined it up. Let's see if that's. So when you want to position it, I suggest laying your frame in there and then making sure, then you can put your stamp down and then close the window. But since I've already got it positioned here, I'm not gonna redo that, but that's kind of how you would want to do it if you have that frame. Then I almost forgot another step. Make sure you put your anti-static tool, especially with the gold. And I'm gonna go through with the Versamark. The nice thing with the stamp positioning tool is you can do it several times to make sure you've got it nice and juicy, and that you'll get a good print. Okay, then we'll take that out. And then we need our gold. powder here. So now it looks like it's all, but I think it's just because of the pre-emboss part, it seems to like to try and stick. That's why I said it was really important that you use your anti-static tool and get all that gold off. But it's pretty, if you just flick it, it pretty much goes away. Then before I heat it, I'm going to move this out of the way so we don't get a blotch of melted. You never want to heat above your powder. I don't think I've ever melted a big blob, but I think I have melted some to my desk or whatever, especially if you're going against. So just make sure you're not full of powder wherever you're heating. I usually heat in the air if I'm not doing a video. I'm just gonna preheat my tool here. So I haven't used it yet today. So right now it looks like it's off. Like you could, if you didn't have that frame, you could stamp it so that it was along the edge. But since we have our frame, stamped it in a little bit and it won't look off once that frame is on. Make sure it's all nice and melted. And you don't want to do it, I don't know if this powder does it, but the old powder that we had, if you overheated it, it would actually become dull. I don't know if this one does it because I haven't had that happen, so maybe it isn't as sensitive that way. All right. So then you just want to kind of line up the corner there and there. It's pretty lined up, not bad. It's a little bit off here, but it's okay. Okay, then I'm going to figure out what's what here. I've got extra pieces of white for once, and I've got my cute cupcake, which okay, I did the anti-static, right? I can't remember now. I got interrupted. I hope I did. Oh, and I put the gold powder back. Okay. We're gonna do our cupcake in gold as well. We're going fancy. Fancy, fancy. Okay. I hope that my brain just is not working at all. It must be summer brain, although it does it more than just in the summer. Okay. We've got that. Oh, I was cold because I had the windows open and it was nice cool breeze, but then it gets cold, so I have my sweater on, and now I closed the windows so we wouldn't have noise. Now I'm getting hot. All right. the lights. It's the lights. I can see the reflection of my camera stand. Hopefully it's bright enough. I think it's bright enough, right? You guys can you see well? I don't have the lights on full brightness, but it is I didn't think to up it since it's such a gloomy day, but hopefully I would think it's bright enough with seeing the reflection, but you never know. And then bye Yolande, thanks for coming. Okay. I'm gonna use my water painter since, like I said, I don't like to use my blends when I have heat embossed. Now this is just regular basic white, so I don't want to use a ton of water. But you can use a little bit without it totally freaking out on you. It is buckling a little bit, but I'll dry it and it'll be fine. Isn't that cute? You can't see. Oh, was I that far? I'm sorry. I zoomed in too far. I didn't realize it was so where am I here? 26. Oh, I'm that far up. All right. Well, good to know. Thank you. Have you missed like everything, or am I that I told you my brain wasn't working. It really isn't working. Okay, so then again, I must be on a fussy cutting kick today. Okay, so we've got our cupcake. Now you can do that flat, or you can pop it up. I popped up my other one. I'll pop it up if I can find my dimensionals. Since it is a bit curly, I'll use more than I normally would. I'll go, and then since I have my strips out, I'm going to use a piece of strip for the candle. There we go. Make sure I'm in the frame here. I feel like it zoomed in more than it was. I don't know how I did that. Strange, just for the painting. Okay, well. I try to remember I always tend to bring it down closer towards me. Maybe I just have to put my camera down closer towards me. And then I used these Neutrals Adhesive Back Sequins. I think these are just in the annual catalog. I don't think they're in the last chance list. And they're kind of fun. They have 3 different sizes. I think, oh, maybe not. These are 2. Which ones had 3? I thought I used ones that had 3. I don't know. Maybe it was the other ones, the purple ones that had 3 at one point when I hadn't run out of everything. All right, so then I've got my piece of thick white base, which I'm folding the long ways. So I'm going to use my scoring tool here. I find when it's, especially this way, it's easier. But I've scored it in the middle at 5.5. I'm going to score it again at the halfway mark. So that would be 2 and 3. So 2.5 would be 2.5 would be 5. 2 3/4 would be 5.5. Yes. Okay. Again, your brain's not fully firing. Man, that math stuff is hard. Okay. I don't know. You may need to learn to drink coffee or something. Okay, so we've got it in half, and then we will fold it at that halfway mark. And then when you put this down, you're only going to stick it to that bottom half, not the top half. So I'm going to come just below the halfway mark and put some glue on there. Oh no, you're going to go for lunch. Oh, I still had my sneak peek. You'll have to... Should I do my sneak peek of my pre-order another day? Okay, I'm almost done. And then I've got a piece of Berry Burst here, and this is where I used the fancy border dies, where I said that so where there's rounded, there's the circle, and when there's a heart point, I kind of lined it up that way. And then I'm just going to put it across here. You could pop this up to be the stopper for the card, but I find that it's good enough just as is. Now, if you really wanted a bit thicker, you could cut this so that it's even, so the Berry Burst and the white. So you have a doubly thick line. Oh, I forgot to stamp. I'm hurrying and I forgot to stamp. So here, I'll show you the finished. I stamped Happy Birthday from the Patterns of Friendship onto this piece before I glued it down. You could do it after, and then it just stands, like I said, it just leans against that extra piece of paper, and then you've got Happy Birthday and cheers to another year of you. So there's the third card. All right, so we have that one, and oops, we'll do the one with the purple and white here that we just did. And our first one, where's the first one? This one. Oops, here we go. Those are our 3 cards for today. All right, hopefully that inspires you to pull out the stuff that you have and keep crafting. And if there is stuff on your wish list, make sure to go check out the last chance items. Do you guys want me to do the sneak peek, or should I do a separate video? I'll do a quick sneak peek, but I gotta just I gotta move all this stuff out of the way, 'cause it'll really get out of hand. Move all of this. And all of this. Okay, got some room here. Move that and that and that. Okay, sneak peek, here we come. So for fall, there's pre-order for online, so new online exclusives were released and the winter mini. So this stuff is both. So this Gathering Moments is a beautiful suite in the online exclusives. Right now I have all the stamp sets out. So, and then this Autumn Trees and Amber Autumn, this is a mega suite that has 2 bundles in it, and it is supposed to match with the paper pumpkin that is coming out for September. So if you have not signed up for September's, it is going to be a really fun one because it coordinates with this mega suite. The trees, so they both have dies. This one has, I had to get this one because the dies, which I will show you, has stitching that you can do. Light and Wonder is a really cool, it's the Northern Lights. So the dies are like mountains and lights, and then the stamp set is a bunch of sentiments and kind of inspiring stuff. And then, oh, I have I have one that isn't necessary, it's not seasonal. There's this Pet Love one. Couldn't resist that. I woof you. Oh my gosh. My son's girlfriend gave, it was his birthday, and she gave him a card from her dog. So I thought this is such a brilliant, this would be a good one to use for those kind of things. And there's a die set that goes with it. So that's non-seasonal. Then the more winter Christmassy ones, there's this Keeping Traditions. This goes with, so there's a big mega suite. Again, I believe it goes with the traditional labels and Christmas greenery. So there's a scrapbook kit that matches with this mega suite. So that's those 3. Then there's this Snowy Delights. This one has, this is a bundle, and it has stencils that goes with it, which I'm really excited about. And then there's the Peace on Earth suite that I already had, because if we signed up for a class with Stampin' Up! As a demonstrator, this is what we played with. So I think I posted some pictures of the stuff we did, but I can't remember. Those are the stamp sets. Then we've got some fun embellishments. This is one of the autumn ones. This is the one for the Northern Lights. This one I think is for the Christmas Cajun Craze and Gold Dots. Cajun Craze, I don't know which one. That must go with one of the autumn sets. And then there's the, so we've had a couple Halloween-y sets out in the online exclusives for a while. They've added on a scrapbook kit that goes with it. And so I've got a class that I'm planning around that. So I did get some pieces and parts of that. And then we've got these glitter dots, sparkling sequins. They go with that big traditional mega suite. Then we've got the Memories and More cards, which are always great for card cranks. And then we've got these beautiful sentiments, and they're supposed to be really thick. Like they're quite thick, the cardstock. It's not just regular cardstock, which is fun. Then there's to go with that, there's Christmas tags and more. So there's paper, but there's also these pre-cut. There's tags that you can cut out, and then there's there should be, so that there's cutouts. Yes, there's cutouts in here that you can use as well to make quick and easy cards. So imagine if you had this with this, you could make super quick and easy cards. There is a card, did I not get it? Oh, I did. There is cards and envelopes that match as well. This has crumb cake and garden green, and then it has the nice gold foiling with it. So those all make quick, easy cards. This is the Northern Lights, the Aurora paper, 6x6. Then we've got all the dies here. So this is the Snowy Delights stencils, Pet Love die. So I'm not going to open all this stuff because I will do a proper opening, but the, oh, I want to show you this. This one is tags. It is a standalone. There's a couple of these I want to show you because they don't go with the stamp sets. So if you like to make tags for any season, this is a beautiful tag set with all the cutouts. So you can do a solid and then put these in front kind of thing. And this is the only super Christmassy one, but even then you could turn it into whatever. So that's one of the standalone dies. And then so snowflakes, pet, traditional labels, autumn trees, light wonder, that's the Northern Lights, gathering moments. Oh, this is the other one. Christmas words collage hybrid embossing folder. So this is one of those where you've got the embossing folder and you have the cutouts that fit inside, and you can cut all the embossed wording all at once. So you can make a bunch of sentiments, prep a bunch of sentiments for your cards. And then these are all, so with that big mega traditional Christmas one, there is a nice wreath embossing folder, which again is going to be part of my monthly club, which I am changing the format, so stay tuned for that. And then there's this big gathering leaves embossing folder, which goes with, oh, the leaves, which I wanted, that was the other one I wanted to show you. I wanted to show you the leaves. I'm guessing it's this one. Because this is the first, I'd seen this with other companies and I was hoping that Stampin' Up! Would do it, and they did. Thank you, Stampin' Up! They have created these nice big leaves, but these holes, you can do it separately. It makes the holes so that you can do stitching through your leaves as the vein, which I think would be super relaxing and fun to do. So I am excited to do stitching on my leaves. So I had to have this one when I saw it. So I wanted to point, oh, then there's new kits that were released, and those are released to everyone, I believe. Yes, these are out now, I think. There's this beautiful, what's it called? It's a garland, Harvest Home Garland Kit. Look at these acorns. Aren't they sweet? And then there's this wire for the garland. And then all the pieces and parts to make this garland. And there's actually, I think they're gold or champagne. There's shiny leaves in here as well. I am not sure if I'm going to use it as a garland or if I'm going to try and get a foam or some kind of wreath and try and make it into a wreath. I have not decided yet. We will see. If you are interested in doing a class with this and making a wreath out of it, let me know. Okay, then I will show you the papers quickly. Quickly. This is the front. I'm not allowed to show the inside. This is the front of the new catalog. So this is that traditional Christmas mega sweet paper. It's beautiful. Okay, so like I said, they came out with a scrapbook kit to go with the Halloween suite that was already out in the online exclusives. Let me see if I can zoom out. There we go. So there's that one. I'm not going to open it all up. This is the paper that goes with the original. So the paper in here is slightly different. So I wanted these pieces because, again, I have another class that's going to use this. I want to we're going to make a mini album where you can keep pictures year to year of your kids' costumes every Halloween. I thought that would be fun. All right, this is the Gathering Together. This is the online exclusive, the one with the stitched leaves. Just regular designer series paper, not specialty. Then we've got the autumn. This is the Twoll. What is this called? Autumn Twoll. This is the one that goes with the paper pumpkin for September. It's beautiful. And it also, in the suite, has this earthen tone metallic paper. This is beautiful brown, almost like pecanish metallic paper. And those two go together. Then we have the Traditions of Christmas. That beautiful paper that was on the front of the mini catalog. So you can't see it here, but it has gold foiling. Look at that, beautiful. I don't know if you can see it. It's gorgeous. It has a scrapbook kit as well. I didn't buy the kit, but I did buy the stickers. Because I have a plan to do a 12 Days of Christmas journal where you could put 12 of your favorite fun activities of Christmas. So I purchased, they have the Keeping Tradition, they have a set of the two-tone designer series paper. So I did that instead. I did these 3 instead of the kit. And I can't remember my whole reasoning behind it, but that's what I ended up getting. So that's just a very, I mean, it's a lot, but it's a small sample of what is out there. And I had such a hard time deciding. There's so many great things. So hopefully you're excited. And if you really want to get your hands on this stuff, you can always, if you sign up to get the starter kit, you can order the new things in your starter kit. You don't even have to wait till the next order after that. So let me know if that is something you are interested in doing. Otherwise, you'll get to see it all in September. I will do another video more detailed to show you things as I open it up and get using it. All right, hopefully you have a great rest of your week. I'm not sure if I will do a sneak peek video or something next week. I might not do a live, but I will post and let you know if there isn't going to be a live. All right, Have a great rest of your week. Take care. Bye.